Hi ladies, it's Ziva here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning back in. Today we're going to be jumping right into the topic, and we are discussing the fact that women really must start asking their man for what they want. This is whether you're dating, whether you're in a relationship, you must be asking your man, telling him what you want, whether it's by way of hinting or just outright saying, look, okay, this is what I need. That's something that I think women forget that they are allowed to do, that they're able to do, okay? It's something that you can do. And men have absolutely no hesitation with this. When a man wants to go into the bedroom with you, does he have reservations asking you for that? Does he have any reservations asking you for that? How many women have been on a date and they've had so this is, he doesn't know your surname, okay? He doesn't know where you grew up, he doesn't know your favorite color, he doesn't know really anything about you, he doesn't know how you spent your last Christmas, he doesn't know what you want for Christmas, he knows absolutely nothing about you. You have been on 2, maybe 3 dates, and already he's doing subliminals and hinting that he wants to French Connection UK. At the end of the day, they have absolutely no issue asking for what they want, whether it's by way of hinting or just outright saying. They have no reservation, no hesitation when it comes to asking for that. So why do women have issues with asking for things that they're wanting in relationships and dating? Now, this was me at the beginning of like my dating journey. I remember that I was very confident in myself and who I was. Then life happens and sometimes you lose that confidence, and then it stops you from asking for what you want. It stops you from being the kind of woman who can say, look, this is what I want, this is what I expect. Listen, I really like that perfume, I really want it. Or it stops you from saying, look, this is what I need you to do for me, this will make me feel happier in our relationship. It stops you from asking for things. But then at the back of your mind, you always know that men want certain things from you, and you know what those things are, which is that they want physical contact, okay? They want bedroom activities, okay? They want that's something that they're wanting. That's something that they always want, okay? They want physical touch. So it's always the same kind of thing that they want, right? And we all know this. So it's about time that women start saying, look, women need to start saying what they want. They need to start voicing their wants, their needs, their desires, and because men are also doing it, and they're doing it with you on a daily basis. How many women are maybe even sleeping with the same man, okay, and they might even know about the other one, and neither of them have any benefits? Okay, how many women do, like, we've all heard about these kinds of things, whether it's in films, whether it's in real life. We've heard about these kinds of things. We've heard about all of the nonsense that can transpire between men and women, but at the end of the day, it's about rectifying things, starting to implement logical and beneficial dating, which is where you are dating for benefit instead of detriment, okay? Dating for benefit instead of lack. If you want something, you should be able to ask your man for it. If you are dating somebody right now and you are behind on your rent, if you are not happy with where you are in terms of like in your dating relationship, and you want to have more gifts, or you want to be spoiled more, you want to go on nicer dates, you want to go to nicer places, these are things you should be able to tell that person who you're dating. And if you're in a situation where you don't feel like you can ask for that because you don't feel like he would be inclined to give you what you want, then that tells me all I need to know, which is that first of all, you've got to glow up with your look. Start making more of yourself, feeling more confident, feeling like that girl, feeling like the woman who is a catch. And so then you have to start dating men who will treat you accordingly. Okay, you want to be dating somebody who is treating you like you are a catch and like you deserve things, because you do. And somewhere along the road, I feel like women have been given the short end of the stick. I do feel like, without making this too political, I do feel like things are always taken away from women, whether it's going to be rights, whether it's going to be their ability to decide whether they want to have an abortion or whatnot, whether it's that they can compete in sports and that they don't have to be in a situation where they're competing against a genetic man. I feel like the odds are always going to be against women. They always have been, even when it comes to having children and then being forced to go back to work. Women being the ones who have to carry the world and keep the world going by having children, and then find it difficult to get back into work after having done so. There are so many things that are always going to be against women. And it's for us to realize that, look, the world isn't going to bend over backwards for us, but we have to make sure that we are thinking better. We're making decisions that we know are going to help us get ahead. And first of all, dating somebody who is going to say yes to things that you ask for is a good person to date. Why would you want to date somebody who is going to limit you? Limit where you can go, limit the things that you want, limit your desires, limit your dreams. Why would you even want to be even within 2 inches of that person? So date somebody who's going to give you the things that you want. I specifically remember my first ever boyfriend. He was 13. No, I was 13. He was 14. We met at ice skating, and he had kind of wealthy parents, kind of well off anyway. And he went to private school and he lived in a really big house. And we just had different lives, okay? But we connected, and it's literally hours later. I'm back to record this. I'm half in my pajamas, feeling comfortable, and half dressed. Now let's continue on. So my makeup might look a bit trashy now. Oh, by the way, I'm using a new foundation and I finally found my correct shade. It's taken me years to find this, and I'm still using NARS Natural Radiant Foundation, but now I'm in the shade Barcelona and I'm super happy with it. It's finally my shade. Now let's get back into this topic. Now, where I was going with that story about me and my younger self and my first ever boyfriend was that even at that time when we were both super young, and he still understood, okay, if my girlfriend asks me for £10, guess what I need to do? I need to give it to her because she's in need of something. When we used to go out on dates for, like slush puppies and to go to McDonald's and stuff, he always used to pay for it. And he was just always very hospitable like that. And that was at that very young age. So when I got a bit older, and then you kind of lose self-esteem, and then men are able to kind of take advantage of you, and you end up paying for things, and you realize there's no romance in this. I don't feel like the woman here. I can't go to my man and ask him for anything. When you get to that situation, just think back to my story when I was dating somebody when I was 13, and even he understood what he needed to do as a 14-year-old. So why is it that grown men don't understand the memo? Because you allow them not to. And that's honestly what it comes down to. Now, for me now, I would love a man. Like, this would just be so interesting to me. If I went on a date, let's just say this, and we get to the end, the bill comes, and he's like, so are we, how do you want to do this? You want to split it? I know you had that extra cocktail, so, and he's got his phone out doing his mathematics. It's not courteous, it's not romantic, it's not giving the man who, you know, who you feel like is that kind of man who you want in your life. Because what's the point of him being there? Because clearly he doesn't want to add to it. Okay, he's there for his benefit and not for yours. So there's no point of him being around. So going into relationships and being with somebody who still doesn't understand their memo, they still don't understand their purpose in the relationship, when you know that you can't ask your man for something, you know he's going to say no to you, that is when you find yourself being in a bit of a pickle, and you kind of realize that, look, it's not my man, and it really is, my man, why is he my man? And that's a problem, because for me, I don't see the point of being with somebody if they're not adding to my life. I don't see the point of being with somebody if they don't understand what their memo is in life, what their purpose is in a relationship. You've got to get this from the beginning. You're going out on a date. Is he going to pay for it? Is he going to pay for that date? Is he going to be a gentleman, or is he going to ask you to be the gentleman? You know, so you've got to see what his vibe is, what he thinks is appropriate, and how he thinks it's appropriate to treat you. I want to ask some of you ladies this as well, because some of you might be new to my channel, and you might feel like, well, you know, if we kind of half the bill, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I make my own money. I'm not dating a man for his money. Do you really think that going on a date and splitting a bill with somebody, do you really feel like that has any significance to it? Because it doesn't. It really doesn't. Men aren't looking at you thinking, you know what, oh my gosh, if she halves this bill with me, then I know that she's the woman of my dreams. They're not thinking that. They're actually just thinking, okay, now she's half that bill with me. I know that she probably values bedroom activities more, because she is willing to do whatever it takes to impress me, which is why she's halving this bill with me. So it actually works to be out to not be in your favor whatsoever, which is why it's better to come in there, expect him to pay for dates, expect him to be the man in a relationship, and come up with solutions to your problems, be it monetary or not. This is his job. And if you're a woman in need and you go to your man and you ask him for help with something, if he isn't the kind of man who is going to say, okay, baby, what do you need? Okay, yep, let's do that. Or okay, I can't do that, but look, I can definitely do this. The next month I can give you that towards it, blah blah blah, and really try to get somewhere and help you out. If he is not doing that, then I don't know if he's your man. I feel like he's more his own man, because he's just taking care of himself. He's looking after himself for number one, and you are probably not even number two. So it's about realizing that if you are a woman who cannot go to your man for something, then you have the wrong man. He's the wrong man. And I don't know if there are ways around making somebody be what you want. I personally don't really believe in that. And I don't think somebody should have to change. I really don't. I think they should just be who they are, and you can be who you are and expect what you expect with somebody that's better suited for you. That's what I think. But if you wanted to see, look, you have a boyfriend right now, you've never dated him beneficially, you've always halved things, you pay for this, he pays for that, and he's never really had to step up and help you out with anything. You could just test him and see what he'll do. Come up with something. Honey, look, I'm in a bit of a pickle, would you be able to do this for me? Or I don't have additional money for this, I really need a facial or a massage, I'm just so stressed out and blah blah blah. If he offers you a massage instead of giving you that £400 to go to the spa, remember back to my story about my, at the time, 14-year-old boyfriend when I was 13, and even he understood that, okay, I need to step up. I need to step up to my £10 plate. I need to step up to it. Even he understood, and he had that memo. I'm sure he would like ask his dad, like if we were going out on a date, he would probably say, look, Dad, can I have some money? I'm taking my girlfriend out, whatever. I'm sure he would say that, but he still came up with a way to get the money for us to do something. The days of dating for absolutely zero are totally over. They're totally in the past. I had an epiphany at one point. This was when I was in Portugal and I was having a solo holiday there. This was my first ever solo trip, and no, it wasn't. That's a lie. It wasn't. That wasn't my first one. I think that was like my second or third solo holiday. And I was in Portugal. I was in Lisbon, and I said to myself, look, I need a new direction in life. I need to change my life. I need to just sort everything out. I need a new mental shift, a new me, new look, and I just want to be a new version, a better version of myself. And that was when I decided, when I was in Portugal, I wanted to date somebody who had more, that came with more, because the previous relationship I broke out of was one where, yes, we did half things, or if anything, I would pay probably more. Actually, I would put more effort into the relationship, and I decided, look, this is not what I need. I need the opposite. I need somebody who's putting more effort into me, who is, instead of taking from me, he's giving. Instead of being, of detriments to me, he is like benefiting me. And that was when I decided that, when I was in Portugal, and it was literally like a light bulb kind of moment. That was what it was for me. Initially, my Portugal trip, I was really down. Just imagine being in Portugal. It's one of the loveliest places on this planet, and I was just feeling so down, so low, so sad. Where's my life going? Blah blah blah. And then I literally had this epiphany, and I thought, yes, I'm going to start dating better. I'm going to change the way I look, just adapt it, make myself a better version, and really take the reins of my life. And I felt really empowered at that point. And then I started implementing the things that I mentioned in my more vulnerable video that I did very recently. I'm so glad that happened. Now I would never be in a situation where I go to my man and I ask him for something and he says no, or he is acting like he's never experienced doing anything nice for me, so it's a huge shock. No, the men who I would be dating now are always going to understand what their memory is, understand, okay, I'm supposed to be adding to her life. I need to show her I like her, show her I'm invested, show her I'm interested. That's what I need to do. As a woman who loves herself, as a woman who's confident, knows what she deserves and won't tolerate anything other than that, you should have a clear mind of the kind of treatment you want. Lots of women speak about princess treatment. Yes, you do want that treatment because you want somebody who's going to go above and beyond for you, who is going to do whatever it takes to put a smile on your face, whose aim and objective in the relationship is to make sure that he's adding to your life and that he's taking away worries and hardship that's just weighing down on your shoulders, and he just wants you to be happy. If your man won't even help you with something, I just don't see how he even cares if you're happy or not. At the end of the day, ladies, make sure that your man, you can go to him and you can ask him for things in a time of need, or even not in a time of need. Make sure that you're with somebody who wants to add to your life, who wants to make sure that you are happy and that you're not stressing about things, and he just wants to give you what you deserve. He wants to show you that, because we're going by actions, we're not going by lip service, we're going by actions only. And his actions are showing you, I don't want you to be behind on your rent, I don't want you to be homeless, I don't want you to be kicked out, I don't want you to feel like I don't care about you, I want you to be happy, so I'm going to be giving you this and doing X, Y, and Z for you. That's what you want, and that's, if you're not there already, that's the standard to get to when you're dating. Ladies, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you for watching this. Don't forget to thumbs up, comment, and say hello. Share and subscribe. This really helps to support my channel, and thank you to everybody who already does that. So I will see you in my next video. And remember, I am posting a few times a week, but my set day, that, like, I always post at 6 p.m. really UK time, but my set upload is always on a Sunday, 6 p.m. UK time. But I am still uploading during the week as well, but I just don't have like a set routine yet. So keep an eye out for my videos, and definitely make sure you have turned the bell on so you are notified when I post a new video. And with that being said, I'm going to love you and leave you here, and I'll see you in the next one.